I've been playing Padel for over 10 years. I've been watching a lot of games, and these are the top 10 mistakes that intermediate Padel players make. I think if you fix at least one of these things, it can help you to get to pro level. Let's get into the video straight away. Today we are at Noordwijkerhout in the Boekhorst. It's 32 degrees and we're going to start right now. Oké. Ah, lekker boelie! And we have sales on justpadel.com.
I like it.
You like it? Ah, good match. Mistake number 10. So I start from 10 to 1. 10. Technique is everything. So many paddle players are thinking that technique is everything in paddle. I do think technique is important because technique gives you more tactical options, but with very limited technique, I think there are a few things more important than technique, and I will list it down for you. I do think fun comes on number 1 position, because if you have fun, you will improve and you get better, and you need to have fun. Changing your technique sometimes will decrease the amount of fun that you have. Then number 2 would be positioning. For instance, serving, going to the net, stopping in the right position, or playing the lob, going to the net, or playing in the corner, moving with the ball to cover another part of the court is more important than the technique, because if you're in the wrong position, everything else becomes more challenging. So positioning, I would focus on more. So for instance, if you want to improve, I would pick group lessons first over technical private lessons. Then decision making, or like knowing where to go with the ball, is number 3 for me. So when you are here, that you understand that you have to play more of a bandeja vibra, and if you are close to the net and the player plays a low ball, that you're not attacking that ball, but that you play soft. So those things, decision making, are more important than the shape of your technique. Then at position 4, technique will come because it gives you more tactical options. That's why you want to choose technique. You don't want to train technique just to make the shape or like to make it look better, because that doesn't do anything. You have to accept that you play in a certain way, you have a certain style, you can improve your technique in a certain style, but don't try to copy somebody's swing, or don't try to play a technique that you're not ready for. Like, don't start with the kick smash, put that for later. Start with a decent defense, volleys, positioning is so much more important. Let me know if you agree. These are all like general tips, like not too deep in technique, not too deep in tactics, but general tips. Mistake number 9 is actually that you're focusing too much on the first bounce and not on the second bounce. So paddle in some way is like playing pool, because you need to know where the ball is ending up. And a lot of you are thinking about where you want to play the ball, but not where you need the ball to end up. So where do you need to play in order to have the second bounce, first bounce thing? Well, many players are thinking, I need to play deep, because then my opponent is in bigger trouble than if I play short. If you play your volleys deep, for instance, behind the line, the ball comes up, and the second bounce, actually, if you saw it, was over the service line. If you play shorter, the ball is closer to the service line. Of course, you can say, well, Sven, if I play short, they take it before the glass. Yeah, but sometimes that's absolutely fine. Let's say I play in the middle of the court. This one is the most important. Both players are covering their corner. If I play in the middle, they cannot really take it before the glass, because they're not there. So if I play to the middle and I play before the line, they are forced to use the glass. If I play that ball shorter, they will have less rebound. And this is what you have to understand. If my opponent is playing from this position or from closer to the service line, is a massive difference. If I play slower or I play the ball shorter, my opponent is closer to the glass, which means that I have, if I'm at the net, I have more time to respond. If you play the lob, I have more time to respond. If they play soft, I have more time to respond. If they are from this position, if they lob, the player at the net has less time to respond, can play the chiquita, can play quick, can play soft, they have more options. So you need to be aware that where the second bounce is ending, not where the first bounce is ending. Of course, you can think, okay, I'm going to play shorter, first bounce is going to be here, second bounce is going to be there, but just to have that mindset, where's the ball ending up? And then play that ball. Then you're more aware of what speed should I play? Should I play fast? Should I play slow? Because if you look at the second bounce, and you might realize, okay, that was too quick. Oh, that was too deep. And you have like instant feedback. You will improve very quickly if you understand that. By the way, thank you so much, guys, for 75,000 subscribers. It's insane. It's a real pleasure, and I feel like we're getting very close to the 100,000 euros. That would be nice. 100,000 subscribers. If you like the videos that we make, if it ever helped you, would be so nice if you can subscribe, because 100k would be so good. But anyway, thank you so much already for subscribing. Mistake number 8, playing everything in the same speed. I feel like, especially intermediate paddle players and still pro players actually, they play everything in the same speed. So there are players that they have no power from themselves and they play like slow all the time. And you have like hard hitters and they play hard all the time. If you mix the speed, the net players are going to suffer. If you mix the speed at the net, you can also make more angles. So that's going to be mistake number 8, playing the same speed. What I would like to add as like a bonus tip for your technique is this. So what did I do? I played with one preparation and I changed for the lob, I changed for quick, I changed for slow, I changed for topspin. So with one preparation, you can basically do all the shots. If you want to become pro level, you need one swing. Defending the glass with the very late preparation needs to go away, because if you're preparing late, even like you have no control over what's going to happen, but also if you prepare late, they will know that you're going to play fast. So they're going to step in, or at least they don't expect you to lob. If you cut this part out and you do like this, prepare, hold it, slow, fast, lob, spin, chiquita, slice, everything from one preparation, they're going to suffer and you're going to level up really, really quickly. So you can train this very easily. You just play 1 against 1 and you're going to try to play with one preparation. Ask your teammate or the partner that you're training with, check my preparation, am I making the same swing? Record yourself and watch it back. This is gonna improve your game a lot. Maybe you don't notice it quickly, but it will get you so much more points and your opponents will make so many mistakes just because you change up the speed, but also because you're not showing that you're changing up the speed. If you're gonna make this swing and you play fast and then you play slow and you're gonna make this swing, they know what you're going to do. They are ready for it. They're gonna step in. So if you play slow, and this is why you're gonna tell me, yeah, but if I slow, they tap it out. Yes, because they can see what you're doing. So make the same swing, hide your intentions, and kill them all. Vamos! Mistake number 7 is no communication. And most of you will say you or me. That's fine, but that's like level 1 beginner communication. You need to know the following things. If you get lobbed, where are the opponents positioned? 1 is at the front, 1 is at the back, 2 at the back, 2 are coming. 2 half, they're standing halfway. If you're not telling that to your partner, he doesn't know what to do. So you need to tell where they are positioned, if they are very close to the net, if they are like, I would say second post, half, that means there is space in front of the players, or they are at the back. Because if you're not telling that they are at the back and you play the lob, they are ready. So communication, where your opponents are positioned, is key, because most of you are watching your partner when they play the vibra, and what you need to do is, if my partner plays the vibra, I still watch the other side of the court, because I need to tell my partner where the opponents are positioned. Let's get into the next tip. Mistake number 6, not creating 1-2s. So what I mean with 1-2, this is from football, that you're making like combos. So for instance, I'm playing at the back, I play one soft shot, after that soft shot, then I play the lob. So what I want is that the net player has to move forwards, reaching the volley, and then needs to move backwards. What many people tend to do is they only try to pass them, only play down, only play quick, but they're not mixing up the speed. And not mixing up high and low. And with 1-2s at the net, it would be volley to the middle, next ball in the open space. Still, too many players, they play like a ball to the corner, then they play straight, the partner gets the ball, your partner plays cross again, then you get the ball, you play cross again, and you never beat anybody. So, if your opponent is at the net, play soft on the feet, then lob the same player. Don't play down to this player and then lob the other guy. Down to this player, lob the same player. If you're at the net, I'm at the back, play the ball in the middle. So I need to move to the middle and then play in the open space. Make those combos and your life in Padel gets much easier and it gets more fun. Mistake number 5, and that's basically this and this. Forcing your attack. You do not want to force your attack. Many players are not respecting the height of the ball and they're not respecting their own capabilities. Most of you, that you don't have a good enough smash to get it back. So don't play it unless you're very close to the net. You need to accept your smash and you need to know, I can get it back to my own side from this position. Okay, fine, I can smash from here. But if I do the same smash, my technique looks like this, and I do this, they can counter, I lose the point. You're not respecting your technique and your teammate, because your teammates will think, okay, well, every time you smash, we lose the point. Thank you very much. And also, your opponents know, because your opponents will know, okay, I'm going to play one shorter lob around the second post, he's going to smash it, and we counter. You're giving so much information to the opponent because you're doing the same thing over and over again. Then, the low contact point, if you're attacking and your contact point is lower than the net, don't attack. Hold the net position, play short over the net, maybe a drop shot, but don't attack it with power if your contact point is low. Then another mistake, you're at the service line and you still want to play an amazing vibra and they will defend it and they play on your feet. Respect the position. You are at the service line, please play a bit softer so you have time to get to the net. Then maybe play another good volley, attack. What I also see way too much is you're serving, you get the first volley and you try to play drop shot straight away. Yeah, it's way too difficult. Just play the serve, play your first volley to a normal position, and once you get closer, okay, and you have a high ball, do more. But sometimes it's disrespect for your partner because you're making, it's fine to make mistakes, but at least make a mistake in a good position. If you make like a mistake that you're playing a shot from a stupid position and you're making an error because of that, you're not improving. Well, you can say, okay, not anymore from this position, but some people, they do it over and over and over again. Get yourself, so beginning of the video, fun was the most important. Then we get to position. So only when you're in the right position, then you're gonna do more. If you're not in the right position, build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, score. Tip number 4 has to do with this. You're training with drills only. It's the worst thing that you can do if you want to level up and become a pro level player. Because what a lot of people say, Sven, if I play matches, my level is way lower than if I train. Yes. So your training is unrealistic because your coach gives you the perfect ball. You don't have to move, you play the perfect ball back. There is no pressure. Padel becomes very easy. But that's not a realistic situation in Padel. Every ball is different, every opponent is different, the conditions are different because you play in different clubs. So you need to train in a way that is more realistic to your tournament or your matches or the players that you play against. So do more rallies because it's more realistic and put pressure on yourself. Okay, this match I'm gonna make 5 mistakes maximum in the first set. Put yourself under pressure. Because you will say, like, yeah, if I play tournament, I play terrible. Okay, put yourself under pressure because you're not doing that if you play a normal match. If you need help with these, let me know in the comments. I will try to find a goal for you that you need to put into practice when you play a friendly match. Mistake number 3, a lack of discipline. I feel like Padel, you need to put a lot of balls in, and you need to accept the fact that maybe you are like at the back for a long period of time. If you just accept, I'm in defense, you play one soft one, you play one high one, you use the glass, you play soft again, and then finally, after maybe 6 or 7 balls, there is a higher one, then you can attack and then you move forwards. Most of you want to go too soon, you want to rush the net with every single opportunity. It's fine to stay at least 5 or 6 balls at the back, or like minimum. It's fine. Also, if I'm at the back and I'm defending and I'm winning points against you because you're making errors with your vibra, with your smash, why should I stay at the net? If I'm at the net and I make a lot of mistakes with my vibra, I lose the confidence in my vibra. Don't rush the net. Let this guy play 6 vibras. You're going to win a lot of points. And basically, you get a lot of points extra, because if somebody's not good with the vibra or not good with that low backhand, give them 20 low backhands, give them 20 vibras. They are going to struggle, and you win more mental points because they will feel very terrible about them. And you can just play it smart. You don't have to do too much. Play with discipline and wait for the ball that you can attack. If there's not a ball that you can attack, okay, build up, build up, build up, build up. You played a fantastic rally, your adrenaline is through the roof, and you're getting the ball, and you're first time, bam! No, start again. Respect the reset of the point. I'm sweating in this video, ladies and gentlemen. But I just want to say that discipline, playing the ball in, is very, very important. When you train, don't go for 100% power, play with 70% power. Don't go all in all the time. Find the moment, wait for the moment when you can do something, and sometimes accept the fact that you cannot do anything, bring the ball back, continue playing the point. You actually, I think, have more fun with this if you can put this into practice. Mistake number 2 is playing the ball instead of the opponent. What do I mean by that? Because it's kind of cryptic maybe. But some players, especially like intermediate or beginners, they feel like, okay, high ball, I play the vibra or bandeja, cross court, so I don't make a mistake. Advanced players would be like, okay, high ball, partner says, okay, they're coming in. Okay, I play soft in the center. Boom. Bad players, or no, bad players. Sorry, like beginners or maybe low intermediate, they think, okay, the ball's coming here, lob. Which is a very good decision because the ball's easy, I'm here, play the lob. The good players or the better players or the whatever players, they will see that this guy is always staying far from the net. So even though it was absolutely perfect to play the lob here, my opponent was far from the net. Okay, play down, move up. Play where the space is. So it makes sense in some situations to play that ball, to play that lob, to play that bandeja, yes. But watch your opponent. If you play the vibra and this guy is always stepping in and blocking it, you need to find a different solution. So you and your partner need to find a way to win against better players. So this is also communication. If I play with you and you say, hey, amigo, every time you play the vibra, he's stepping in. So maybe, I don't know what you want to do, but maybe soft in the center or maybe play to the other guy because we're kind of losing a lot of points there. So this is communication, this is positioning, this is everything. Watch the space. Watch the space. Then I think the number 1 tip, and this is what I experience a lot if I give lessons. I will give like private lessons and I do some tactics. And the guy that I give or the girl that I give lessons to, they will say like, I need to bring my partner into this lesson because then it will make so much more sense because now I'm like playing a certain way and my partner is not doing that. So you need, if you want to improve and you want to get to the pro level, you need to train together with your partner and to play the same system. So sometimes it's better that 2 tennis players play together and 2 paddle players play together. If you're a paddle player, you're playing with a good tennis player, you're gonna struggle because this tennis player might be amazing at the net, but has no structure, and you're gonna struggle, and you're gonna feel terrible on the court. Trust me, I've been there. So, if you train together, 2 with a coach, or maybe 3 or 4, 2 couples, you learn the game to play it in the same way as your partner, and it makes more sense to play paddle. So this would be my number 1 tip, because if you're like going private lessons, playing your vibra is fine, but you need to play the same structure. For instance, I was training in Academy, Prodigy Padel Academy with Santi. If I trained or if I played a match with somebody from that academy, I was like 2 or 3 steps ahead. I knew what he was doing. I knew that if this guy is reaching for the ball, that he always plays straight because he has the same position. And I knew that if I play on the right side, I need to cover the middle after that. And if I played with somebody, so for instance, I trained in that academy. I've been in Spain for 2 years, living there, training, playing with Spanish, Argentinian people every single day. And then I moved back to the Netherlands. Everything did not make sense. Instead of being 2 steps ahead, I was like 2 steps behind. I was not sure where my partner would play the ball. And it's not like this guy from the Netherlands is bad, because they probably tactically, or not tactically, but technically they were probably better than me. But because they were more like experienced tennis players that I played with, but tactically did not make sense, and I was late to every single decision. If I spend some more time with the players and they said, okay, what's your favorite shot? I like my backhand to that position, and ask some questions, then I know more or less what they're going to do, and I was on time, so I was like on 0 instead of -2. But if I'm in Spain playing with somebody from that academy, I'm +2. I'm knowing what they're doing. So my level could go from +2 to 0 to -2, depending on the partner I play with, in my opinion. And if you train with your partner, you can go to that +2. If you're not training with your partner, or you play with a different partner every single weekend, you go to -2. So your level can change a lot depending on the partner that you're playing with. That said, it's not your partner's fault, it's your fault because you suck. No. We don't want to, I know that is the number 1 thing that you say, yeah, I lost the match because of my partner, but sometimes it's true, but most of the times it's you. Yeah, trust me. Now, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to review or analyze your match, I'm doing it on the membership platform. So if you want to know more information, let me know. You will get my phone number. I can help you to level up. Recording your matches, recording your technique could help a lot. So I do technical analysis videos on the membership platform and tactical analysis videos. So you can send in your match or your technique. I can review it, and I can let you know all the things that you're doing completely wrong. So, thank you all for watching. See you next episode. Hasta luego. Ciao. Adios.